ಮಾತಾಡ್ತದ ಬೇರೆ ಎಂತ ಐದು ಮಾಂಗೇಯ ಮುಗ ಎಂತ మార్చవా జస్ట్ మార్చవా మార్చలేదు హలో హలో హలో
Hi, good afternoon.
Sharan, shall we start?
Yes.
All the other participants are muted. So whenever you want to ask any questions or clarifications, if they raise their hand, I will unmute them.
Okay.
So Jyoti,
Ma'am.
Start.
Okay. A very good afternoon and warm welcome to all for 10th day of a 15-day faculty development program on emerging research trends in computer science and engineering. Myself, Rednam SS Jyoti, working as an assistant professor in Department of Information Technology at JNTU College of Engineering, Vijayanagar. It's my immense pleasure to introduce our resource person, Mr. Bal Sai Charan Mamadi. Mr. Bala Sai Charan Mamadi is a blockchain solution architect with over 5 years of experience in designing and developing blockchain solutions with an overall experience of 7+ years. Built several blockchain solutions in the supply chain, agriculture, land registry, and healthcare domains. Also holds a patent for 4-layered IoT architecture for Hyperledger Fabric blockchain-based self-managed vehicle ad hoc networks, granted by IP Australia. Also won several programming competitions and hackathons. So now I would like to invite our today's resource person, Mr. Bal Sai Charan Mamidi, and deliver his talk on blockchain technology. Welcome, Charan.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. So first of all, I would like to thank Jaisima madam for giving me this opportunity. I'm very happy to share my thoughts on how blockchain can be implemented, like what exactly blockchain, how it is beneficial for academia and all. Before we get into our main topic, I just wanted to understand like how many of us like have heard a blockchain and like what is a blockchain and all. I hope most of us have already heard what is a blockchain. So what it is, maybe if not blockchain, maybe Bitcoin, etc. So I just wanted to understand like what is blockchain in your terms, like what is cryptocurrency, basically like what is the understanding and all. Can anyone?
Please raise your hands, those who want to interact. I will unmute them, please.
Okay, no worries. So basically, on high level, we can say, in a layman point of view, we can call blockchain is a method of recording information that makes it impossible or difficult for any system to be changed, hacked, or manipulated, altered. Blockchain is a kind of a distributed ledger that duplicates and distributes transactions across the network of computers participating in that particular network. Okay, so like once we move forward, we'll get into it like more detail. So generally there is a kind of a misconception that okay, so blockchain is only Bitcoin itself, cryptocurrency itself, but see, cryptocurrency is just like one use case of a blockchain, and there is much more beyond it. Like for example, I can say like the technology which is used for creating NFTs, which we have been hearing it a lot in the recent days, non-fungible tokens, and then DeFi, decentralized finance. So all these are some kind of an implementations of a blockchain technology. Now, what exactly a blockchain is? Shared, trusted, public ledger of transactions that everyone can inspect, view, which is no single which is not controlled by any single user, like it is not at all a centralized authority. We can tell it simply like one big ledger in the cloud. Okay, and now here you can see like how a blockchain works. So before we get into that, let us understand couple of terminology with respect to blockchain. Basically, blockchain is like a chain of blocks linked each other, and each is of a set of transactions. So how does that set of transactions consist, like being calculated or being validated? So that is what how this blockchain works. Let us consider that like there are four computers, four people connected together to form a network. And now within this network, so let's say someone is sending a transaction, someone is making something connecting to one node, like connecting to one computer. So here, like each node, each computer in the network, we'll call it as a node. And now that particular node, like you can see it here. So now this particular node is transmitting the information, like the transaction details to its peer nodes or other nodes. They will be checking the particular transaction details, whether like the sender has that particular balance or the receiver exists or is the receiver valid user, etc. After such kind of a preliminary check, the transaction is being validated. Basically it is like it is verified with them and it is being kept in their buffer pool. And now in order to basically validate this transaction, let's say like computer 2 and computer 3 are there, so computer 2 might have some set of transactions, whereas computer 4 will have another set of transactions. And now which set of transactions will will contribute to form a block, and which block will continue to the chain. Now in order to decide that, there is something called mining. I think like most of you have already heard about Bitcoin mining, blockchain mining and all. Mining is basically the process of validating a block. set of transactions. I'll show you with one example. I hope most of you know like a basic computer technology like the cryptocurrency, sorry, cryptography, encryption, hashing, and all, right? Let me give a one word, like one statement on each. Basically, hash is a one-way technique where the output of the hash function will always be a fixed length, and once a hashed text is received, until and unless you know the original text, you cannot validate it whether the hashed message is tampered or not. Whereas in case of encryption, so if you have the decryption key, it is always possible for you to get the encryption plain text once you know the ciphertext and the decryption key. Okay. Now here in blockchain, let's say like there are some set of transactions. There are some transactions happening, and now as I said, like there will be several number of computers, several nodes participating in the process of mining. Now in this process, like in order to achieve like, so who is correct, like who is the first validator, like who has validated and verified this particular transactions, so who has to be rewarded this block, etc. So in order to achieve all this, like there is something called norms. Like, so basically there is a condition, predefined condition, that so all these set of transactions along with some random number called norms. So if you hash these set of transactions, then the output of the hash should be in this format. Something like hash should start with some set of zeros, etc. And now in order to achieve that, so these transactions are fixed, but we have to alter these norms in order to achieve that particular value. Now here you can say, here you can see I'm sending, like I'm putting some random text. Let us assume like wishing someone good afternoon is a transaction here, like any kind of data or any kind of thing. Now here you can see the hash value of this particular block is 776A. Okay. Now by adding a nonce to it, so we have to generate the hash in order to satisfy that particular condition. Now, if I put it 1, it is not coming. 2, 3. So we have to generate it. We have to basically like programmatically change this nonce value in order to satisfy this condition. In order to do that, so we need to write some kind of a scripting program, so which will achieve this value. And now in order to achieve this faster than the others, the computation power has to be increased. So that is the reason why people go on increasing their CPU capacities, going to GPUs, etc., to achieve it faster than the others. Now here as a sample, when I click this mine, so that is what will happen. Computationally, it will generate a number. Here you can see. Now here you can see it is starting with 4 zeros, and the color of this block has been changed to green representationally. So now here the value is 41751. Now with this data, with this transactional data and with this nonce, we have achieved this hash. Right? So whoever has generated this mine first, so they will be given the block reward. Like whoever has mines a block, so they will be given a reward. As of now in Bitcoin, I think it is around 12.5 Bitcoin as a mining reward. There are different ways of mining, like generally like most popular, it is called proof of work. proof of stake, etc. Like in proof of work, everyone will have the same set of authority, everything, like they can mine it, etc. In case of proof of stake, whoever owns that particular platform native crypto, like in case of Ethereum, whoever owns that Ether tokens, they will have the equal staking capacity, like proportional staking capacity in order to mine it. Here you can see I'm writing a test one. Now this nonce will get changed. This has become 150, 585. And now, if you have noticed, so here in this block, along with block number, nonce and data hash, so there is something called previous. So this is the previous hash. So this is the previous hash of the block, hash of the previous block. So this has been carry forwarded here. And now, if I go to this block, this hash has been carry forwarded to here. So it is basically like carry forwarding the cumulative hash until the nth block, so that if some